Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 12-12 battlefield today, and yes, we're on the battlefield instead of in the siege lines today, and we have an excellent 4v3 for you today. We have Flanders, we have the Kingdom of Mercuria, we have Serbia, and I'm pretty sure we also have Trier, the Electorate of Trier here today, facing down against, it looks like Lorraine, France, and I believe also, it looks like it's Sicily. So some interesting alliances going on here. I mean, France and Lorraine, they kind of work. France, like being like the overlord of Lorraine, and then you got like Sicily, basically, I don't know, being some sort of vassal or something like that. Who knows? But it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. As you can see, the skirmish phase has just begun. We can see some Garda-Scots here opening fire, now receiving fire. It seems. Volley, men! These Garda-Scots look amazing though. Look at that. Look at the breastplate. Looks amazing. If he stands still, look at that. Garda-Scots being like Scotsmen that have fled to France to fight against the English in the French armies, if you didn't know. So there's like quite a lot of elite units. I think there's a Garda-Scots halberd over here as well. That's like the two different variants. You can get a halberd and an archer unit. Obviously both very elite. As that man just randomly shouts there. Just fancied it clearly. And yeah, as you can see, looks like there's going to be a huge cavalry confrontation going on this side. We have a lot of cavalry, all well upgraded, and ready to face down. It looks like it's going to be Trier, and it also looks like it's going to be Flanders cavalry as well. I mean, Flanders has got some of the best cavalry in the game. These Jousters of the White Bear are nasty, and I mean nasty. These guys, well, I think they're better than the Gentiles, or just as good as the Gentiles, and they have, they have the ability to bring more than one. Like the Gentiles, where they are. Where are they? These ones here, Gentiles, however you that. The rest of that's in French. I'm not even going to try that. But yeah, these guys, you can only bring one of them, like per army. While with the Jousters of Trier, you can bring more than like one, which is pretty damn insane. So like, why wouldn't you want to do that sort of thing? Anyway, we'll have a look now at the rest of the armies while they sort of set up. I mean, as you can say, as I mentioned, it's a 4v3, so like Mercuria has got some stuff here. We had like an odd number of like players, so we decided why not? Let's have Mercuria here, like just for the laughs. They're not that great a faction, so I mean, like these guys here, as you can see, very little armor. So they're basically just Zulus, and it'll be interesting to see how they can like contribute, if at all. And that's kind of like the only faction we kind of could see as like being making it fairly even with having 7 players on the battlefield. So, as you can see, there's 8,500 men against 7,800, and as you can see, this faction over here, or this coalition over here, is corner camping this area here. So we'll have to see whether this corner camping tactic will work. It's a pretty scummy way to play. Like, no offense to the players, obviously they are slightly outnumbered in armies, but I wouldn't really say in numbers, because we did give Mercuria a very small army. So I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe they shouldn't have corner camped. Maybe they should have let me know in the comments. Do you think it's an okay tactic to do in a multiplayer game? I think it's completely different to like doing it in a game like on the campaign, like a battle on the campaign. If you're like wanting to like win it and you're against like thousands of AI, I think corner camping is fairly okay. But corner camping like this in a multiplayer match, I always find is a bit scummy. I think it just kind of takes the enjoyment out of the game a little bit, because you already know that it's going to be like a hard game for you if you're going against the corner campers. But it'll be basically, it's going to come down to this flank here, I imagine, whether these Jousters of the White Bear, along with the cavalry of Trier, can win their fight here. I mean, we've got some Trier Schnappen along with the Elector Guard. Elector Guard are equally as good, like a really elite cavalry unit. We'll show them just now, because they have a smaller unit. They're only a 50-man unit, but these guys are like really elite, and that's because they have 50 men in their unit, I presume. I don't know. They're just really good. They're a really powerful unit. So apparently the modders clearly decided that any more than 50 was just too many. And you can see what's going on right now is these longbowmen of Saint Sebastian, which are a really good bow unit. I've learned now that like Flanders has available to it. These guys are just like using their extended shot, and these guys are firing all the way at the back, like these shock infantry. A few random shots have hit Joan of Arc, but like nothing major. And yeah, they're trying to shoot these shock infantry, trying to weaken them down a little bit. And as you can see, the Garda-Scots returning to the field, and they're going to get open fired on by the longbowmen of Saint Sebastian. These Garda-Scots already lost like 20 men. They've like barely killed a single. I don't think they even killed a single like archer here. Yeah, they haven't, and they've lost 20 men, which is insane. Which was the plan that I was doing playing as Flanders. That was the plan, was just to focus down these elite units with like all 3 archer units, and just like take down the HP. And these Garda Scots now, they've lost most of their HP. Like if they get hit now, right now, they're probably dying. And you can see Sicily's now bringing across more archers, taking this time to, well, bring more over here to kind of overwhelm Flanders. But as you can see now, Serbia's bringing up his own archers. He's shooting on stuff. But I'm only using the archers to shoot on elite stuff. They're not even like shooting like sergeants or like spears. They are shooting elite archers, halberds, and shock infantry, and any cavalry that comes nearby. But none yet to be seen. And you can see more stuff piling up on this right flank. And you can see we have some Sicilian shock infantry here now, some Umini d'Armes. They're now here, ready to face down the cavalry of Flanders and of Trier. And yeah, these guys, they're pretty nasty. I mean, look at them. They're just in a steel shell. Literally nothing else on them. No, like, colours or anything else. It's just the colour of steel. It's all you see when you come towards them. And over here you can see we have dismounted elector guards, which are, again, a really good unit from Trier. These guys are, again, very nasty. I don't think they're the best. I think there is a even better shock infantry unit that's available. I don't know if he has it on the battlefield today. But it's like dismounted elector bodyguard or something like that. I think is like better. And it's a small unit. It's like a 90-man unit or 120. But these guys are just as good. They're a bit more pretty than the Umuni d'Armes, but they're still looking good. Still damn well powerful. And you can see we also have gunners here. And these gunners are definitely be very good at taking out cavalry if given the opportunity. They're very good at armor piercing at close range. So that was the plan. And as you can see, the Serbian player is now getting engaged. I think it's just his archers getting shot at, yeah, by various other people. It looks like it's Sicily. It's going to respond. Serbia's got like the smaller composite bow that like not the Mughals, the Mongols had, or just about any steppe faction had. But yeah, you can see they're still not actually killing any of these guys. I mean, you can the Scots Guard's still getting focused down and like from like miles away. Literally miles away. And now they're going to shoot these Chevaliers. That's just the joy of extended shot. Why not do it? It's such a useful like thing, I think, to use it. I have to use it more often. This is a risk here by the Sicilian player, leaving his shock infantry, just like free like this. It was better behind the cavalry or his support, because otherwise this Trier Schnappen here can just charge straight in, probably kill like half, if not more, of this shock infantry unit. And get off a good charge. I mean, obviously that's relying on like other stuff to happen. But here we go. We got cavalry that's charged forwards. Oh, this cavalry went forward, and it got a fair amount of these archers actually. 90 went from 130 down to 90. You can see like all the bodies. They got a nice little kill there, a nice little few kills, and didn't lose a single man. Wow. So there he goes. First real blood really to the to Flanders and his allies, and it looks like they're moving forward with their archers again. These longbows of Saint Sebastian moving forward. But yeah, this is a solid line of sergeants, French sergeants waiting. I mean, and you can also see Garda Scots in here as well. This is a nasty, nasty wall. And spears behind. There's just loads of stuff on this side. The best place to definitely break through for the, we'll call them like the attackers, because they sort of are, would certainly be through here, through the center. There's like no reserves here. If you attack across the entire front, keep most of these forces engaged. As you can see, there's like lots of reserves here. Second line basically ready there. But yeah, here there's like holes in the line. This is where you want to attack. And as you can see, there's cavalry intermingled in this Serbian line. This Serbian player has got cavalry ready. I mean, obviously you saw them already like go in and take out some of those archers. And there we go. Looks like the cavalry's actually going to go in. Are we there at the time? Oh, no, no, no. A little feint. Oh, let's really need to be more careful. These handgunners just shooting their own joust of the White Bear. They need to be careful when they're doing that. They need to be careful. They don't kill their own men. I think they have been shooting at these Lanza Spaghetti here, as I like to call them. But they're called Lanza Spazzati or something like that. But Lanza Spaghetti sounds better. And as you can see, there's another brave unit going up here. Some Beja tribesmen going up. What are they doing? And you can see these mounted sergeants here are going to try and go for them. That's just a brave play. I mean, yes, obviously Mercury doesn't have great troops, but I mean, these tribesmen with their javies, I mean, they could do some damage to, like, say, cavalry, like those mounted sergeants, for instance. Or just anything really, like anything that gets like attacked by those javies. But again, you can see the handgunners moving up now, like just in front of everything, all the cavalry. So is basically just keep the cavalry safe, or keep the gunners safe, because there's cavalry always all the way behind. It'll just force these cavalry back if they have to. And more archers now firing. Look at that rapid fire into these Lancer Spaghetti. And hopefully we get a volley here. We might get a volley here from the gunners. We might get a volley. Yeah, there we go. Shots going off. And what do they get? They got 3 of the Spaghetti boys. 3 of the Spaghetti boys. Italia's finest. That's definitely a terrible Italian accent, but I do apologize to just about every Italian. Here we go. The mounted sergeants coming forward. They're going to try and go for these tribesmen or something like that. They're going to go for the archers. Whether the tribesmen are going to try and stop them, I don't know. No. Mounted sergeants are they're testing the water as well, seeing whether they can go for it. You can see the cavalry's falling back again. They're now making available this flank of the swords. They need to be careful they don't just if they don't keep falling back, they'll just eventually this flank on the infantry flank will be overwhelmed, basically. And you can see the archers pushing forward again, and the lancers falling back again. And now it's basically the French cavalry that's taking the front line. Oh, and the mounted sergeants are going for it. The mounted sergeants have had enough. These Beja tribesmen, oh, they should have just held the ground, because they would have probably got an auto fire off, but they're going to get charged. And even though this cavalry is only tier 2, it doesn't matter, because those Beja tribesmen have just got no chance. They're also tier 1, to be fair. They definitely have a good chance. And I mean, you can see now they're firing some shots in response to the archers, trying to kill some of these sergeants. They've got a couple, not many. But that's a big loss there, taking out, well, most of that tribesman unit. And it looks like they're going to come back for seconds. They're actually going to try and come back for seconds. That's brave. They should have just stayed where they were. But yeah, they might try and come for seconds. Cavalry's, yeah, all over the place right now. Lots of early skirmishes. It's quite a nice battle to start off. I mean, it's got a lot of tactics going on, sort of thing. And it certainly is a very, very close ending, I should let you know. I did forget to say, but it is a very close ending. It ends, on a knife edge. And, yeah, we're just going to fast forward, I think, for the sake of the video. Just while stuff gets going. And here we go. It looks like this is going to be the start of the battle. I know that we've it's been done a little bit differently this time, but it's a very tactical battle, which I felt like you needed to see what was going on. Here we go. That is probably going to be the start. The Lancer Spaghetti has gone in. And here we go. The first charge of the cavalry. And in it goes. And that is a mess of silver and horses. And yeah, look at that. Instantly, these units are losing for the Lancers. I mean, the Jousters of the White Bear are just nasty. And I mean, good to see that, if you're rooting for Flanders and his allies, well, you can see that most of the Elector Guard for Trier and for Flanders, all of his cavalry got the initial charge off and did really well. They're 2v1ing over here against these Gentiles. They need to win this fight. The Gunners need to get an angle, get some good kills. And you can see the cavalry is falling back, and it's going to be the takeover of the infantry. The spears coming in now. They're going to do their work and try and kill this cavalry. So that is where it starts. And you can see along the line, in behind, Trier is moving forward with his infantry. We've got swords coming up. Trier sword infantry. And it looks like just about everywhere the line is going forward. Serbia sending forward his infantry, as is Flanders. It is going to be interesting to see what happens here. And here we go. We have taken the plunge into this battle. And a nice charge there by the Jousters. Just annihilating that Foot Knight unit. And then they're going to pull out, and they're just not going to care. Do not even care. And that's what happens. The cavalry gave up this flank with the swords. I did say this was a risk. And already cavalry is wavering here. Lancer Spaghetti already going. That's going to be a good charge there by the cavalry, though. Right into the sword units. I mean, good reply there by France with his gendarmes getting a good charge into this infantry. I mean, there is Trier shock in here as well, so he needs to be careful. And I think he's gonna, like you can see, there's a big gap in the center here. There needs to be a cavalry charge needs to go through here, but more Jousters, and they're gonna go for the shock infantry here. I think this is the, yeah, this is Lorraine's shock infantry, and look at that, that just got annihilated. It's homme d'armes, as I've been told to call it. Just gone, just gone. 30 men dead already. I mean, they're actually getting pinned down now with the Jousters by cavalry, so they need to get some support in there. I mean, there's a general here that could be used if needs be. I mean, it's very close. I mean, you could. I was trying to get this Jouster unit to go through this gap here, so he could go after the King of Sicily. But he's having actually a hard time just fighting with just about everything else in here. You need to get shock infantry over here to help this fight. It's a lot of cav here. Shock infantry, gunners, all sorts just need to get in here. And yeah, well, as you can see, down the line, we're only engaging where shock infantry, not shock infantry, pole arms aren't. And you can see Joan of Arc's making a foray forward as well. trying to respond and hit these sergeants. I mean, the sergeants actually countercharged, and they've done kind of okay. I mean, Joan of Arc's actually kind of cowered out of that one. Definitely could have punched a way through. I mean, there's also shock infantry now appearing and cavalry joining the fight, but it'll be interesting to see. And like the cavalry here for Serbia also did a great charge into the center. You can see trying to punch through this weak middle, and they might just do that. They just need to pull through and just go after the archers in the back, and then they're in and just cause havoc, just cause absolute havoc. Over here, more wavering stuff going on for both sides. You can see the Archbishop of the Electra Trier doing his bit. Lancer Spaghetti here. Well, they're winning that fight. I'll just put it like that. But it looks like I'd say generally that the cavalry fight seems to be going in favor of France and their allies. Even with like the gunners and like all the extra archer support, like the attackers, as I said, we'll call them, just can't seem to break through. I mean, they're having units also like get isolated and lose. The jousters here breaking, but there's another jouster ready to replace. Well, at least I thought there was. No, it's falling back. It's falling back. I think the job is for the handgunners to go in, get a good shot off. There they go. Look at that point-blank range. And yeah, the King of Sicily is going to get... Well, he's probably going to now join the fight. He's going to charge down these handgunners. And here we go. Yeah, those handgunners are gone, but the jousters are here, ready to respond, ready to take over. Try and help these handgunners get out of here alive. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can kill the King of Sicily or kill one of the generals for the like defending forces. Then there's a good chance of chain rounding them. The Guard of Scots coming forward. They need to be careful with these swords so they don't get engaged with these Guard of Scots. Just allow the archers to shoot them to death. Look at these boys. They look elite as hell. Elite as hell. But also you can't like be too careful because you don't want the Guard of Scots to just flank around and then chain round like all your swords. Like they're going to try and do now. Look at this. Oh no, there's shock infantry trying to go in. Flanders shock infantry trying to catch them out before the Guard of Scots set up. I mean, he's kind of done it. He's kind of got before they set all their halberds down. But I wouldn't say that's the case now. I say that they've, I mean, a good charge, but everything else is not so good. See the halberds over here as well. The Swiss halberds stretching all the way out, right to the edge of the line. Trying to like just keep these swords in place. Really good play. And you can see they're breaking the center here. I mean, there's a hole in the line here. Definitely can just get a unit through there. Allies are fleeing. That is not good. I mean, you can see here that the cavalry fight definitely is going in favor of the French. You would say at this point. I mean, it's still quite even. It is still quite even, but I'd say it's in favor of the French. King of Sicily is starting to lose this fight though. Here, that is a worry for Sicily. And there's a charge off there. That's on the Trier's general. The Gentiles in here winning just about every fight that they go into at the moment. These guys are just goddamn monsters. Which is why I still believe that they're probably one of the best cavalry in the game. Because, I mean, if you can only be limited to one of them, they must be good. A worthy match to the jousters of the White Bear, of Flanders. But as you can see, a general has died. Oh dear. Who's this? That is Trier's general. He died. Probably going after like these Gentiles or these Gentiles coming after him. Died. But also, I mean, you can see Sicily's starting to break. That is a good sign. Sicily's broken. His general might die at this point, so it could go either way. And all of a sudden, the cavalry fight's almost gone in favor, you'd say, of the attackers. And there's shock infantry here that needs dealing with. These Gentiles need taken out. These Gentiles need to go. I mean, this Lancer Spaghetti unit here is just holding on. It needs to, like, just die so these Gentiles can be dealt with. But already you can see they're breaking through here as well. And there's no infantry over here for the cover. I mean, there's cavalry here, which is, I mean, needs to turn around and charge. I mean, there's cavalry here as well. Whose is this? Some of the Serbian cavalry going in. And they're going to try and take out this shock infantry. That's not a bad charge. That's not a bad charge. But, I mean, yeah, Serbia needs to transfer his stuff. Like, look at this. He's got, like, we've got cavalry in here. We've got the Burgmeisters of Flanders now punching through the center. It's an insanely close fight. Insane close. Now it looks like it's going to be, oh, it looks like it's going to be Lorraine's general coming out to come and deal with this Flanders general. It's going to be an interesting one. See who's going to win this fight. Flanders versus Lorraine. And you can barely tell who's who because everyone has colorful horses. And you can see cavalry coming in here now, trying to support this fight. Swords in here as well. And yeah, actually looks like, well, it looks like Lorraine's general is winning that quite decisively. I mean, it probably helps with the archer support. these Frank archers. But there's lots of infantry here. These halberdiers need to get moving. All this infantry over here needs to get mobilized. What is this? Sergeants here losing. How? Probably because of these Swiss halberds. Enemy general dead. Who has just died? Oh, that is the Joan of Arc. I think the Joan of Arc. That is Joan of Arc. She has perished on the battlefield today. And yeah, just like that, France is now going to start chain routing. You can start to see he is on this left flank. Over on the right flank, it's still really hard to tell. It is really still hard to tell. I mean, there's gunners still left, but I mean, there's barely anything. There's this cavalry here, Joust of the White Bear, just about alive. It really needs to face down this Gentile. But it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. I mean, there's infantry here just galore, and there's going to be a good charge here from the White Bear unit. Into the swords. Yeah, they just like knock them all down. And you got the Serbian despot, he's doing his bit. He needs to, I mean, this is a big cluster of forces here. You need to get a good charge here on the Homme d'Armes. Shoot these guys in the back like the archers are. Also just kill this general. Just kill this general. I mean, right now, Flanders' general is right in the middle of this mix and is in a real risky position. He could definitely get killed here. As could Lorraine's. Who goes next probably will decide the battle, I have a feeling. You can see lots of Serbian infantry in here. Lots of Lorraine infantry in here. And you can see both losing. I mean, wavering now from the Flemish general. There's pole arms coming to support. He needs to kind of get around, flank these infantry. And I mean, it could go either way. Flanders is all of a sudden just breaking like constantly over on this side. Need to be careful. Need to be very careful. The 3rd Company E still holding strong. This is a unit you need to run down with cavalry. These guys, along with the Garde Scots. Over on this flank, I'm going to say the French have won. The French and their allies have just about won this. This is a really close fight. Like, nothing left. This Gentiles unit here just needs to go. It's so elite. It's going to really come down to, like, the general unit here. If this Serbian despot... Oh, there you go. Flanders general has just died. And it's, like, whatever mix was going on here is kind of over. I mean, I think... Yeah, I think the general for Lorraine has got out. But there is pole arms now here holding back, well, some of Lorraine's troops. But yeah, it's going to come down to this Gentile unit. If this Gentile and this Despot can just have a one-on-one on their own without much interference, then the Gentiles will probably lose because they're just pretty beaten up and they're facing a general unit, which is always just a nasty unit to take down. You can see he's forming, like his square, is not a square, his diamond formation. He's going to try and get a charge off in this Gentile unit. Not a bad idea, but it's so intermingled with infantry. This infantry support may just be like a huge win there. You can see the Gentiles are just trying to find easy kills. They're going to probably make a beeline for this sword infantry here. Because, I mean, but can they really risk losing this infantry, the attackers? Not really. Put it like that. Not really. These Gentiles get focused on. There you go. They're going after a really weak unit. That's a good unit to take out and to sacrifice to stop this Gentiles. And now the charge is like already beaten. 22 of them left. Yeah, this cavalry is probably going to get absolutely wiped out by the general of Serbia. So that's good. That's a big win. These Gentiles finally gone. Just getting cleaned out by archers. And now, I mean, basically all the cavalry left is... I mean, there is a little bit over here. This is General of Lorraine. They need to take him out probably to clean up, to rout all the final sort of factions. Or factions, units, I'd say. Like, Lorraine probably has the most left. Like, France is basically routed on this left flank. He's got, like, just archers left, which could be huge. As does Sicily, actually. These Garda Scots are still alive. Look at these guys. They got shot up so much, and they're still alive somehow. But you can see lots of stuff routing now for the attackers. And it looks like, I mean, it's, wow, it's been an epic fight, put it like that. But yeah, it looks like it is going to be a victory for, I'm going to say for the French and their allies. But, I mean, this cavalry here can still do a huge bit. I mean, if it gets focused down here, though, by archers, that's not good. And you can see he's going to try and get a charge off. Oh, I thought he was going to get a charge on this Garda Scots. Come on, charge this Garda Scots. They don't deserve to live. Yes. Oh, yes. That's nice. But, I mean, they're getting shot just by about every other archer. They don't even care. They're like, danger close. Who gives a damn? Just shoot our own archers if we need to. We need to kill this cavalry. Because, well, it's a general, but also it's like the most healthy cavalry unit left in the game. And, yeah, you can see stuff is just starting to chain route now. Like, archers just going. I think it's because this general, yeah, general's wavering as well. And just like that, that is the end of the battle. And, wow, what a roller coaster. A valiant defeat for Flanders and for his allies. So yeah, there we go. As you can see, the 3 beat the 4. I mean, it was a very small 4th and pretty poor like army, but even still, well done. And corner camping, it seemed, did work, even if it is a cheesy tactic to use. But anyway, we'll have a look at the end results. So my general getting 49 kills, which is just awful. He really got like no kills. He needed to run down more infantry rather than taking out cavalry. My dismounted men-at-arms getting 199, 210. Pretty solid. I mean, I can't really complain about that. My sergeants not doing great. Best getting 94, but they are only sergeants. They're not great. And they just kind of ended up getting in a massive grind fighting infantry. My archers only getting 42 kills, 64 actually, sorry. But they were 64 good kills. They were only taking out like Garda Scots and shock infantry and stuff like that. And they were just doing a lot of damage to HP, which is kind of key. One of my jousters of the White Bear getting 41 kills, which is not great. But the best one getting 164, which is a bit better. But these guys like can get a lot of kills. I've seen them do very, very well and take out just about any cavalry on the field. So to be honest, a poor showing by me using them today. And then we've got Mythic Yeet, who's playing as the Electorate of Trier. Got 101 kills with his general, the Archbishop of Trier. He got 171 kills with his shock infantry, his Elector's Guard. I think this might be the best one, actually. I don't know. It's either this one or there's like a dismounted... I think it is, actually. Dismounted Elector Guard, this is the best one. There is a dismounted Elector Knight, I think, which is just as nearly as good. His Trier infantry, again, like my sergeants, did do pretty poor. 92 is the best. They just seem to get overwhelmed and just killed off quite easily. Archer Militia, just basically what it is. 40 kills, not great. His Trier Schnappen, I mean, his cavalry actually did terrible. Like, look at this, 17, 46, 35. I mean, they were all killing cavalry, but still, like, they just did not do well. Then we've got Sachex here, who's playing as the Grand Duchy of Serbia. 348 kills with his general. Wow, that is how you get kills with cavalry. They did really well, running down just about everything. That was mainly infantry, really. His spears, which I just wouldn't recommend bringing spears to a land battle, just not really worth it. Only getting 39 kills. His halberds getting 147, which is okay. His swords doing quite well, actually getting 185. They actually did quite well. Some of his other infantry getting into the hundreds as well, so they did quite well in comparison to mine and Mythic's infantry. Then we have archers. His 72 archers. His gunners getting 32 kills. I think most of them were cavalry, which is okay. But then his cavalry, look at this. 313, 310, 258. He did very well with his cavalry. Mainly because his cavalry was fighting infantry, not other cavalry. But yeah, still well done to him. Then we've got a drunk Norwegian who got 152 kills with his Sudanese bodyguards. And then, yeah, just everything else was just terrible. It just wasn't worth it. These guys are just... like Kingdom of Mercury, just not great. But then we go over to the people that are corner camping. I'm saying not in a derogatory way. That's just the best way to differentiate the two sides. Then we've got Crep Consal, who is playing as the Duchy of Lorraine, getting 20 kills with his general, 151 kills with his homme d'armes, or homme d'armes as I'm supposed to be saying. 163 with his Sawel de Man, a really good sword infantry unit. They did well. His foot knights getting 136, which is not too shabby. His dismounted ritter getting 194, 266. Wow, his infantry did really well. I mean, Lorraine does have good infantry. And then his archers, which he only brought 2 of, getting 94 kills. He's got some more homme d'armes down here, actually got 99, which aren't so great. And some Sawel de Man. And his mounted sergeants getting 144, which is not too shabby. And then Aiden, who's playing as the Kingdom of France, 204 kills with Joan of Arc, which is pretty good for that unit. Then we've got dismounted French Chevaliers getting 178, not too shabby again. Garda Scots Halberds actually doing worse than the Swiss Halberdiers, who got 231. His sergeants getting 202 kills, very good. His 3rd Company E, 3E Company getting 140, which is again outscored the Garda Scots. And then his Gentiles getting 400 kills. Wow. And his gendarmes getting 278. So well done to him with his cavalry. Then we have Paranoid, who's playing as Kingdom of Sicily. 126 with his general, King of Sicily. His Umeni de Armes getting 182. His spear, oh, it's not spear unit. His swords units getting 121, which is okay. His archers getting 80 kills. His cavalry, again, was mainly fighting cavalry, so didn't get that many kills. But, I mean, the best one, I think, is 69 kills. So, well done to him. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this battle, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, bye for now.